This episode of Marijuana Today Daily is brought to you by our friends over at ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery, as well as an option for the same for folks living in the Portland, Oregon area. And if you need professionally curated hemp-derived CBD products, easewellness.com delivers to 41 U.S. states via the mail in just 4 to 6 business days. Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Thursday, May 2nd, 2019, and you're tuned in to episode 717 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Jay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news in our hands, so let's jump right into it. Our top story of the day needs an obvious disclosure as it concerns our sponsor Curaleaf, which just announced an enormous acquisition where it is scooping up California-based company Cura Partners, owners of the Select brand, which has wide distribution throughout Western legal states like California, Arizona, and Nevada. The all-stock deal is worth just under $950 million and is expected to close later this year. This is big not only because of the numbers involved, but because it greatly expands Curaleaf's operations out west, as it has mostly been centered around the East Coast. Sarah Brittany Somerset over at Forbes has a good and detailed write-up of all the particulars here. Swing on over for the full dive in. Yesterday, the Las Vegas City Council voted 4-1 in favor of a proposal to create a new business license type, allowing for marijuana social use spaces. The program will restrict, for the first year, social use license holders to people who already operate dispensaries and could see the first public consumption businesses open up this summer. Venue owners would not be able to sell marijuana products themselves and would pay a $5,000 annual licensing fee. Colorado is the site of our final top story today, where state senators voted yesterday by a 20-14 margin in favor of a bill to legalize the home delivery of marijuana, and then again by a 23-12 count to approve a bill allowing for the opening of public social use marijuana businesses. The delivery bill will now head to the desk of Governor Jared Polis, while the social use bill will need to swing back to the House for another round of consideration due to the changes imposed by the Senate during the bill's run there. If signed into law by Governor Polis, as it's expected to be, the delivery law will make medical marijuana delivery legal on June 2nd of next year, while adult use delivery will follow a year later. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out in headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery, as well as an option for the same for folks living in the Portland, Oregon area. Ease is super excited about their new Portland venture, which has them working with the locally owned and operated Khalifa dispensary. Swing over to ease.com and find the article they just posted up with a detailed look at how Khalifa is handling all the new business from Ease, including a lot of great photos of the Khalifa operations. And while you're over there, you can check out all the different legal adult use products Ease has up for order, all of which show up at your door less than an hour after you hit submit. Assuming you're in a part of California where Ease is active or in the Portland, Oregon area, and that you're ordering during legal hours. That's ease.com, spelled E-A-Z-E. And easewellness.com is where you turn for professionally curated hemp-derived CBD products delivered via the mail in 41 U.S. states. All right, time for the blitz. Yesterday marked a transition in Michigan's legal marijuana landscape as the newly empowered Marijuana Regulatory Agency replaces the now shuttered Bureau of Marijuana Regulation. The new agency was formed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer and will oversee both the state's new medical marijuana program as well as its soon-to-launch adult use system. Yesterday, Andrew Brisboe, the new executive director of the Marijuana Regulatory Agency, announced that the state would release a draft of the rules for adult use sales later this summer, with business license applications to become available this fall. Bart Shaman over at Marijuana Business Daily takes a nice dive in on the issue of self-testing products in the Washington state legal cannabis market, which does not require testing. Instead, a number of dispensaries and product manufacturers have implemented self-monitored systems that, from the sounds of Bart's reporting, is helping to keep companies honest, though his story also speaks to how difficult it is to monitor the sources of cannabis products, especially in the world of concentrates and extracts. There's still a lot to figure out here. A new report just issued by Barclays estimates that the legal marijuana market in the U.S. is currently worth $28 billion, or it would be if federal prohibition were lifted, and that it would grow to just over $40 billion by 2028. Sam Wood over at the Philadelphia Inquirer has an interesting pickup of some tension that went down in Pennsylvania's state capital of Harrisburg yesterday as the Pennsylvania District Attorneys Association testified at a joint hearing of the Democratic policy committees on the prospects of legalizing adult use marijuana, saying that it was officially against legalization. The drama part came just after when Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner criticized the association, saying that it was not relying on science, and even went as far as to call Pennsylvania's marijuana laws, quote unquote, dumb. He went on to say that his office would not prosecute people for marijuana-related DUIs unless, quote, people show active, I repeat active, psychoactive amounts of cannabis in their system that rise to a level which has generally scientifically been agreed upon as affecting driving, unquote. That doesn't actually exist, but I think it's good that Krasner understands that there needs to be actual impairment shown before prosecuting drivers for driving after consumption. The Boston Globe's Dan Adams spotted a big number from the new open data platform recently launched by the Massachusetts Cannabis Control Commission, showing how legal cannabis has been doing in the state. As of April 26th, bolstered by the annual 420 April 20th holiday, legal marijuana sales in Massachusetts broke the $100 million mark, with sales having started up back in November. The Cannabis Control Commission's new data platform has all kinds of helpful categorical breakdowns on sales, so I'd pop over to Dan's piece for more if I were you. An internal memo sent by Adam Bierman, CEO of MedMen, was just leaked to New Cannabis Ventures, in which Bierman explains the reasons his company has seen more than 100 employees leave since the start of the new year, with 87 leaving the company just in March. According to Bierman, the attrition is part of a plan to streamline the corporate operations of the California-based company. Swing over to Alan Brockstein's exclusive take on this. As always, we have all the news we cover linked to on our website at mjtodaydaily.com. And finally for today, we have a bit of a confusing situation building in Texas, where a marijuana decriminalization bill that I talked about yesterday for having passed out of the House of Representatives was declared, quote, dead in the Texas Senate, unquote, by Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, a rabid prohibitionist. But according to Kyle Yeager's Story Over Marijuana Moments, the lawmaker who Lieutenant Governor Patrick was referring to in calling the decriminalization bill dead said that Patrick mischaracterized his own views on the matter and that the bill was not dead in the Senate as was tweeted. We'll have to see how this one develops. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor, Ease, and to all of our awesome Patreon listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the illustrious ranks of the Patreon listeners yourself, swing over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in, starting your day with marijuana today. Today.
One take, Shay. One take.